Homemade gnocchi, potato gnocchi, which are the most traditional gnocchis. 3 ingredients, 3 to 4 ingredients, and the gnocchis are done. Obviously a bit of a technique. You've got to boil the potatoes, you've got to add the flour, add an egg, add some salt, knead the dough, roll it, cut it, shape it, and boil it. So it's a little bit of a process, but quite simple. We'll go through all of that. Now with today's gnocchi, I'll do a quick sauce. I'll do a Amatriciana sauce. Now the traditional meat used in the Amatriciana is Guanciali, which is pork cheek. Today I'm using a nice piece of Speck, which is pork as well, but like the Guanciali, it's cured, but it's also smoked. That's the difference. The Guanciali is only cured. Okay, so we're not sticking to the exact Amatriciana recipe, but it's very similar. And if the Guanciali is available, I'll buy it. In this case, there was only the Speck available, so that's the one we'll be using today. Quick look at the ingredients. There's our spuds for the gnocchi, 1 egg, some salt, some 00 flour. Be sure it's 00 flour. This is for our sauce. Nice piece of Speck there. A little bit of white wine. Some homemade chilies there. Beautiful. Some pepper. Whole tomatoes. And some olive oil. Okay, we'll get stuck into boiling the potatoes. And then we'll put the gnocchi together. And then lastly, we will make the sauce. Okay, so in a boiling pot, potatoes in. You can start with cold water and just bring it to the boil, either or. So now we boil these. Now the amount of time required depends on the size of the potato. What we'll do, we'll just do the old-fashioned, put a knife in it. If it goes in nicely, they're ready to go. Okay? Okay, it's been a good 20 minutes. Just put the fork in. It's pretty good. Still a bit of resistance. I reckon they're pretty good. Okay, I'll let them cool for about 5 or so minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So they're cool enough to touch. So we're just peeling them. We're just taking the skin off. That's all it is, guys. We're nearly done. Last one. So just take out the little black bits of the potato. If it's bruised, cut the bruising out. Okay, that's all the spuds done. Put them in a bowl. Okay guys, get it to a nice smooth consistency. We don't want any lumps in there. Hopefully you'll have a better potato masher than mine. This one I'm struggling with a little bit, but we're getting there. Okay, so once it's nice and smooth, we can add the rest of the ingredients. Sitting there guys, just with a fork. Go through. Now add some salt. Put in an egg. And we can start to introduce some flour, little bit by little bit. Basically the gnocchi consistency, the more flour, the harder or tougher the gnocchi. The less flour, the lighter the gnocchi. This is when you taste the gnocchi and you say, oh, it's so light. Well, they are light because they don't have a real lot of flour. Okay. But it's a bit of a balancing act because if you don't put enough flour, they'll just disappear when you boil them in the water. A little bit more. Okay, we'll get it to the point where we'll get it onto the bench. And we just start to get it all nicely together. So now we'll cut this into 3. And we roll it out. And this is all up to you, how small, how large you want the gnocchi. This is roughly the size I like them. And we just cut. You can leave them like this. You can cook them like this. Or you get a fork and you can do this. Roll them like that. Or you get the back of the fork and just put the fork mark in it. In each one. It's up to you. This is the way I did them. The sauce sits inside there. And it's beautiful. Or like I said, you can just do it like this. Okay, we'll do all the rest of these. And then the next thing we'll do is make up the sauce. Okay, here's our nice piece of speck. We just want a nice dice here. Okay, over to the stove and we get this sauce and then we put on the gnocchi. Okay, we're going to start on the sauce. Some olive oil, not too much. We'll be getting a lot of fat from the speck. Speck. Just a medium heat. Give this a good couple of minutes. That's looking beautiful. I haven't added salt. This is quite a salty meat, obviously being a cured and smoked meat. And we'll also be adding a little bit of chilli, some pepper, and the Pecorino cheese is part of this dish as well. So we can, at this point, add some wine. Put the alcohol put away. Brilliant, guys. At this point, we can put in our tomatoes. Scrape them up just a little bit. Put in some of our beautiful chilli. A bit of pepper. Cook this for a couple of minutes on a low heat, and then we can get the gnocchi going. Okay, the sauce has been a couple of minutes. It's looking great. Now we can turn it off. Just taste it. Shouldn't need salt, but add salt if you need to. As I said, we're going to add some Pecorino cheese. So now let's get onto the gnocchi. Okay guys, put some salt in the boiling water. Now, we really need this to be a real good rolling boil for these gnocchi, and we basically need to drop these in one or two at a time. They'll only need a couple of minutes. They'll be ready when they're floating. Okay guys, they are looking great. They're floating, they're ready. The sauce is back up to temperature. Transfer it into the sauce. Okay, time for the all-important taste test. Could describe how tender these are and how soft they are. Absolutely beautiful. Gnocchi from scratch, a quick, simple Amatriciana sauce. Please enjoy.